Okay, I have two things, and I promise that it's two things this time. And I'm going to say them both, and then I'm going to elaborate. First, I have a love-hate relationship with socks, and second, I think there's a flaw in movies and shows like Zombieland, and Last Man on Earth. Let's begin. If I had a really cool intro, this is where it would go. I don't, so it's not there. Alright, first thing. Socks. I hate them. Like, more often than not, I hate them. I would much rather be barefoot. It feels better on your feet. It's, you know, it's freer. It's less dirty. It's less stinky. Then I'm saying, like, socks and shoes, like, together. Like, if I'm not wearing socks, I'm not going to wear, like, a closed-toed shoe. I'd wear a sandal or something, because I don't want my feet to get gross and blistered and nasty. But I will say, nothing feels much better than putting on a fresh, clean pair of socks first thing in the morning. It's just kind of like that, my feet have been flopping around and relaxing all night, and now I finally have something to hold them together, to hold them in place. And that ever so subtle squeeze of the elastic of the sock on your foot. It's delightful. I love it. That's pretty much the only time I ever love socks. All other times, like, they make your feet sweaty. They're restrictive. They leave a little line around your ankle when you're done. Nah. Socks are not fun for me. Love them in the morning. Hate them every other time. I cannot wait to get them off in the afternoon or after I'm done with work and just lounge around with nothing on my feet. It's a beautiful feeling. And it's so hard because I love putting them on in the morning and I love taking them off in the afternoon or the evening or whatever. It's a true conundrum. Socks. The second thing. Now, you may be thinking, well, duh, there's a flaw with Zombieland and Last Man on Earth because there's no, like, mass human being killing virus out there. No. The issue is the gas stations. Think about it. Now, I know Zombieland's a little bit of an older movie, but there have been many other types of movies, Carriers and World War Z and, you know, very similar, even I Am Legend for that matter. These stories have one fatal, ironic that I use that word, flaw. And that's the prepay gas pump. Think about it. In all these, like, mass extinction shows and movies that we see, the remaining survivors are driving around in various vehicles that they found either on the side of the road or at, you know, abandoned houses, things like that. And they just get in and go. Well, first of all, like the ones like on the interstate, okay, fine, you know, the people abandoned all their vehicles. But where are the people? You're going to get out and abandon your vehicle in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, you're going to find some dead bodies. Like in the median or in the ditches off to the side. Or even in the vehicle still. But all these vehicles are always empty. Now, Last Man on Earth has kind of covered this because they've shown a couple of times like the mass burial scenes in parking lots and stadiums and things where they're like collecting the dead and, you know, putting them all together. So that kind of explains a few things. But like, what about the last person in a household? Like, let's say that Uncle Stan is the last one to die at home, and nobody's there to take him to the hospital. And they have covered that a couple of times, too. You know, they found, like, when they went to Cher's house, they found Cher in her bed. So, you know, there are some, they're trying to cover their tracks a little bit. But the one problem is still the gas stations. Because, as we've seen throughout the show, they drive some of the same cars repeatedly. Like, they have their favorite ones that they stick with. And so that means they need to put more gas in them. Which is fine, Except almost every gas station you go to now, you either, when you pay outside, when you pay at the pump, you have to insert your card before. And maybe they have endless amounts of money on their credit cards. I don't know. But there still has to be somebody running the transaction process. Like, on the far, far end of that. Or, if you're not going to pay at the pump, most gas stations now require you to go inside and prepay. You have to prepay. You have to put in or tell them how much money you want to spend at their gas station and then go back outside and spend it and fill up your car. And again, that in itself is not the issue. The problem is, when you prepay, the attendant at the gas station has to then activate the pump. They have to say, okay, your payment's processed, go ahead and start now. Like, the pump is not turned on, ready to run. And I get that not all gas stations do this. Like, we have a gas station in our town that you don't have to prepay for. You go and fill up, it's an honor system. You know, that small little hometown feel. You fill up your gas tank, and you go inside and pay for it. Or, you prepay at the pump. You don't have to go inside and put cash in the person's hand beforehand. You can, but you don't have to. The pump will turn on if you choose, like, pay inside. You know, when you have the two options, you can pay inside or you can pay outside. But not every gas station in the country is like this, or in the world is like this. So the majority of them, especially in the big city areas where these people tend to congregate, are prepaid gas pumps. So how are they putting gas in their cars and continuing to drive them? And I get there's the whole siphoning thing, and it can suck it out of another car, which we've seen some characters do in various shows and movies. So again, there are loopholes in this theory, but for the most part, let's be honest, there's really no getting around it. It's a flaw in the writing process. Like, oh, they want to take a car? I guess it'll magically have enough gas to get them from where they are to where they need to go. Those are my two things this morning, socks and gasoline. On a side note, I watched the new episode of Survivor last night, the one where Jeff Varner outs Zeke as a transgender individual. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I have opinions, but you'll never know what they are. But they exist. See ya.